Good evening. It's 10 in the evening. Just finished half a day's work. So if you're ever curious what it's like, if you've seen my previous videos that I've said that the area that I work in, the fields that I tour, well, I also work a night shift, so every other month I change shifts, or it's every month I change shifts. So and this month, for the past 4 weeks, I've been on the night shift. And if you're curious how it's like riding in the evening, well, this is it. The bike, the stock headlight of this bike is really inadequate for night riding. So what I did was I swapped out the head cowling, or the headlight cowling, for a Yamaha XTC bike, which has a better has a better headlight because of its reflectors, and also installed my Hallelujah lights, which are these lights, LEDs. So this is the low beam of my headlight now, and that's the high beam. So if you're going around 40 kilometers an hour, and I guess that's fine. But then, because of the distance that I have to cover, I have to add lights, because you don't know if you're gonna be running over some ruts, rocks, sand, mud. You know, it's just like that one. Every day the road condition changes, because you never know if it's gonna be raining. So there's gonna be some erosion. Mahirap magbiyahe sa gabi. But don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm saying it's mahirap, pero it's hella lot of fun if you're not afraid of ghosts. Yeah, because there'll be areas wherein there's really not much any houses. It's like literally you're in the middle of nowhere. To save your back, stand up. If ever you have a dual sport or an off-road bike, yeah, it's really it's required that you know how to ride your bike standing up, shift gears while standing up, braking while standing up, how to lean, when to lean, where to lean. One of the good things that comes from night riding is, oh, look at all those rocks. Is you get to see how beautiful the sky is on a clear night. I'm pretty much sure it's gonna be all black on the video, but then, okay, gulay, rocks. But then when you look up, it's just all those stars. See the difference? Alright, so let's find top of the hill. I'll show you how dark it is. Okay, so that's on neutral. Let's turn off the bike. Yeah, it's literally nothing. I'm looking at my back and I'm looking at my front. Do you see? Yeah, do you see any difference? Nah. Well, that's the office, so that's the only light. So we're gonna be traversing some back road. This is also an avenue for me to practice my off-roading skills. Because most of the riding that I do, or the leisure riding that I do, is on highways. So I do very long trips, but mostly on highways. So whenever I get the chance to ride the bike at night, riding it at night and doing it at off-road, gives you more it requires more focus. So that way, I hope it gives me, the harder it is, then the more you learn. Kind of the mindset that when you train harder, or when the conditions are harder, you get to learn more. Oh, there's the entrance. Oh, ano kayang meron dito? I'm sure there's like diba? So one of the points that I like to raise as well is there have been issues again wherein LTO has been apprehending bikes with LED. Ooh, bananas. They have a funny color at night. Kung ganito naman yung dadaanan mo, like I'll turn off my light. That's high beam, low beam, and that's using LED lamps. If you're gonna be using your stock halogen lamps, ewan ko ano makikita mo. That's why there's been guidelines, and unfortunately some officers are still oblivious to what the guidelines are. Still practicing on turning. So any of you guys are dirt riders, let me know how to pick up the speed during turns. Videos that I've seen tell you to put your weight on the outside peg when you're turning, and then you have to balance the bike into the turn while your weight, where am I going? Is it here? No, dito tayo. While your weight is on the opposite side of where you're leaning your bike. Ito ba ang daanan? I forgot already. I'm sure the road is somewhere. That's the back gate. Challenges of riding at night. You tend to get lost. I'm pretty much sure I have to follow that pole. Yeah, there it is. There's the road. In addition to practicing my off-road skills, you also need to prepare your bike for off-roading. In stock form, this bike is made for trekking, which means leisure off-road riding, because technically it's a dual sport. So the ergonomics are more for a combination of light dirt and street. So, but since most of the froggy! Almost run over the froggy. Most of the roads that I ply on are somewhat a bit technical, so I had to raise the bars, so they're almost like 2 inches raised, and I also had to get wider foot pegs. So the bars that I have is, the bar that I have is a Pro Taper Carmichael Evo, and the foot pegs that I had on or have on is from a CRF, which I had to grind some part because so that it will fit the slot on my bike. If you ask me if I'm afraid of doing this at night, not really. If you'd see, that's Jensan at night. The whole cityscape of Jensan. I'm sure it's not gonna be good in camera, but then it's like a bed of stars in a faraway distance. This road is the road that where I introduced my bike. If you notice that video, this is that road, so we're going downhill again. Yeah, so I was talking about earlier about the bar and the pegs. What it does, enables you to have a better platform to stand on. It's better ergonomics. You can actually flex your knees. It actually lowers your, even though you're standing up, it actually lowers your center of gravity. And the height of the bar enables you to, you're not crouching too low. You can actually comfortably stand up and have your elbows out. You can really push down on the front end. And for the knees, you can actually use your knees to press on the tank so that you can lean your bike where you want to go. So they say the feeling is like snow skiing. Counter steering still does play in this kind of riding, but then because you're standing up, instead of pushing your bar forward, you're more on muscling your bars from side to side. I feel it's like sprinting on a mountain bike. Drills, man. Nighttime stories, if you're curious. Well, they say that there have been reports of UFO here. Nah, biro lang. Yeah, you get, because those trucks, the trucks that that work at night, are farming equipment that work at night. They could exaggerate about the supernatural. Yeah, if you ask me, yes, I do believe in the supernatural, but then there are things that I believe in, and there are some things in the supernatural that I don't believe in, but they're plausible. So yeah, while talking about this, yes, I have my hair standing up on my neck, because you're at the back of your mind, you're wondering what you're gonna see on the next dark corner. White lady, tigbalang, big bad wolf. But then, kidding aside, oh my god, that's one of the things that I'm more afraid of than ghosts. Water and a big piece of rock in the middle of the road. Saan na ba tayo? We still have farm equipment. See? You'll never know what's gonna be on the bottom of the hump. Oh yeah, baby. Oh shit, there's a rock. Yes, close. This kind of riding also teaches your body to relax, and actually, it's really bad if you tense up, because you'll not be able to control your bike anymore. So it's good practice, to feel relaxed. Be relaxed, baby. Oh my god, what's this? Last gully crossing. Oh my god, white lady. Oh no, there's some thunder clouds up in the distance. So we're now sitting on the bike, so you can see, you know, how far actually your weight is, or your control is, over the front wheel when you're sitting down. So what this does is you have a tendency, the bike does have a tendency to run away from you, if you know, if that makes sense. Or another thing is you can actually, what do you call this, you know, really make the bike stick to where you want to go when you're sitting down, as compared to standing up, sitting up. But if you know, if the road is just flat, then it's fine. But then, you know, if something does come up in the road, like a rock or a bump or something, you know, you being in the sitting position, you won't have the leverage to control your bike or stabilize your bike. So that's one of the bad things of sitting down. Also saves your back. That's one of the good things as well. Saves your back from a lot of bumps, because your feet will also, you know, be in a position to absorb a lot of that bump. I wish somebody would take a picture of me, you know. I want to see how I look like doing this. Tanungin natin yung white lady sa harapan kung pwede siya makatake ng picture. Oh no, bats! You know, the funny thing that happened the other night was I actually hit a bat. Oh my god, bump. Kawawa naman si Batman. I hope Batman doesn't, you know, come looking for me. You hurt my friend. Say hello to my little friend. Pag sumemplang ako dito, that would make a good video, right? Superman! Slow down. Yep, follow road signs. Mamaya may iniwan silang malaking, like that, boulders. Ay nako. Hey, they actually flattened the ground. I mean, yeah, it's flat, but then, you know, they made it hard packed. Before this was like a sand bed. Now we can go faster, or not. Oh, and more rocks. And we're back to civilization, people. You can sit down, stretch your feet. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that's good. It's 32 kilometers of dirt riding. Not bad. Alas 11 ng gabi, nagtitrail. Blooper. Yeah, the first weeks that I've you know, I got serious on improving my dirt skills, because my bike was not yet properly set up that time. My knees, you know, once I stepped down off the bike, my knees would feel like jelly, and I can't, you know, my legs would wobble if I'm gonna be standing up straight. I can't stand up straight because of all the bounciness that they've absorbed. Tama ba yun? Because of all the shocks that they've absorbed, they're like weak. Anyway, that's all, folks, for another night of rambling. Hope you enjoyed or had a good time watching this. And in case you're riding, be safe. You know, don't go too fast. Wear a helmet. Anyway, peace out. Bye bye.